I hope this is going to be interesting for you guys. Hi, and welcome to my channel and my first ever vlog. I'm kind of excited and also really nervous. For my first vlog, I wanted to talk about something that was very important to me, and that is, what is it like having a disability and being gay? Now, while most of you think that it would either be easy or hard, I can easily attest that it's just extremely hard, even further to the point it's horrendously difficult, strenuous, and just overall frustrating at the best of times. And why is that? And that's purely because, and I have to go back to my childhood and, being born with my disability. So I'll give you a little bit of a history into this. So here we go, let's go back into time. Hopefully we'll probably run into Doctor Who, maybe. So basically, I was born with disability, though at the time when I was born in 1984 in South Australia, the doctors couldn't tell my parents what my disability was or how severe the condition was at the end of the day. I was only 6 months old when I had my first ever operation as a baby, and although I made a full recovery, doctors were unsure of my condition or how it will affect me growing up. Furthermore, in 1985, my parents and I moved from South Australia to Sydney, and I was referred to the former Children's Hospital at Camperdown. Of course, obviously, the Children's Hospital is now at Westmead. It was the doctors there who advised and confirmed to my parents that I was born indeed with spina bifida, or in doctors' terms, and please I will spell it out below, lipomyelonmeningocele. Yep. Yeah, don't even try and get me to spell it because I've had to Google it. And I will actually put a link below, which I suggest you should go and read. Since then, I've had up to 5 major back surgeries, and when I was 16 in high school, I found out that I began to have issues purely because of bullying and harassment by former high school teachers. One of these teachers compared me to Christopher Skase. Now, if you're not sure who he is, again, I would suggest you Google the name, and I have put a link below to that. And it was purely because I was in and out of a wheelchair. This was because of extreme back pain and related to my disability and the waiting for surgery and the fight between my neurosurgeons, my parents, and other specialists at the time. I was also advised by students that another teacher also said, why should we bother about him? He will be dead at 21. So why even bother trying to make any headway with Alex? Right. Thanks very much. Of course, this also went through the whole school at that time, and so I went into a depression, and I got to the point where I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to do anything. I just got so depressed. So it was decided by my parents, by the doctors, and by a few others that I should move high schools, and which I did in 1998. So after moving high school and completing my HSC in 2001, I've had another 2 major back surgeries, both before and after completing high school. And I began to explore more about my sexuality, as I knew I wasn't somehow attracted to women. Now, don't get me wrong, girls. I have an appreciation for the female body, but in the sexual side of things, sorry, no, it does nothing for me. I also found it hard to find support for people who might be LGBTIQ, or in my case gay, and have a disability. And to this date, there really isn't any support here in Australia or within my state of New South Wales, Sydney, per se. I also did find it hard within the LGBTIQ community to engage with what I consider to be my community, but I tend to be snubbed because I'm either in my wheelchair, or I might use my walker or walking sticks. And yes, I can walk a fair bit, but it gets to a point where I have to be in the wheelchair. So I generally go between walking sticks for about 10 to 20 minutes, maybe the walker for about half an hour to an hour if I'm lucky, and that's on a good day, and then it's a wheelchair the rest, and that's just purely because of my condition. I've also found it hard with someone with disability to even engage with the LGBTIQ community. I found that there has been problems with venues not being wheelchair accessible, events not even considering people in wheelchairs, quite a number of other issues relating to that. So that's one thing I have found really hard. I've also found it hard with relationships, and this again comes down to people not completely understanding and not willing to find out more. I had gone through a few, I have a few exes, but you know, I have found a really wonderful partner, Brett, who I've been with now for just nearly close to 7 years. Of course, I've been engaged for 6, as we are waiting for marriage equality laws. Come on, Tony, let's pass it. But I've also found it hard in getting support for my partner as well. And that again comes down to that there is just lack of funding and lack of availability in general across the board. That said, you can find someone, and I'm not going to say you're not going to. You will find someone, it just takes a bit of time. Have some patience. You have to wait out the bad ones, I'll be nice, bad ones against the good ones. When you do find the good one, make sure you just take each day as it comes, communicate and talk. Having a look back now, and that all said, would I go back and change everything? I have thought about this quite a lot, and in some parts I probably would, just from a standpoint that I could have done things better, but overall I don't think I would, and this comes back to it has shaped me and made me who I am, and I really don't want that to be taken away. It has helped influence my decisions both from a personal and career standpoint, and it has shaped and helped me understand a lot more and see the world in a different light. That's one thing I can say that people with disabilities do. We can see the world in a much different light. And my word to anyone who may have a disability and trying to understand their sexuality, you know, do they want to be gay, bisexual, lesbian, transsexual, transgender, intersex, or just simply identify themselves as queer, or if you know someone who is in that point, it does and will get better. It does take time. It's not going to be instantaneous. I did find it harder coming out to my parents, and I did. It raised a massive pressure off my shoulders, and I can just say to you is don't go in angry if you're going to tell your parents or tell anyone. You know, take the time and just sit down with them and listen to what they have to say after you've also explained it to them how you feel. If you feel you need support, there are organisations like ACON, Beyond Blue, Lifeline, Headspace and Kids Helpline, all of which I'll put the links in the description below, who you can talk to should you feel the need to talk to someone and really get some advice, or just, you know, want to just talk to them about something that is bothering you at the end of the day. Well, that's all for today's first vlog. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope I haven't bored you half to death. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button if you like the video. If you don't, you can hit the disagree button. I'm not going to hold it against you. You know, it's up to you. It's your opinion and it's your decision. But please be kind and don't hate. Don't say anything negative. Let's just all be positive. And that's what this world is all about, is trying to be positive and be kind to one another, regardless of our sex, sexual preference, race, anything like that. Thank you very much. And I hope to do more of these vlogs going forward. I'll probably do them on a weekly to fortnightly basis. May even be intermittently at the moment, but we'll see. But please subscribe. Thanks very much. Bye.